Today is a good day. Today is a good day. It is the first day of the 30-day Entrepreneur Life series. So we just finished the 30-day Design Your Life series, which was everything to do with mindset, everything to do with personal growth, everything to do with becoming, guarding your mind from the negative, feeding your mind with the positive. We talked about a lot of things from who's your power circle, creating a mastery journal, creating your vision board for your future. All these different topics to help move you in the right direction in terms of your programming, okay? A lot of the times it's the programming that's the problem. So we covered a lot of that over 30 days of content. It's all there on my YouTube channel. It's all there on my IGTV. It's all there on my Facebook when you scroll down as well. But today is a new day. We are starting the 30-day Entrepreneur Life series. And the Entrepreneur Life is all about everything entrepreneurship, everything business, okay? So everything from the mindset for a business. Why would you start a business in the first place? What is the difference in having a business versus being an employee? Obviously, there's some obvious reasons there. We're going to talk about that. And maybe some not so obvious reasons. We're also going to get into different leadership topics. We're going to get into communication, sales, how to close deals, how to network, how to build relationships. We're going to cover everything business for the next 30 days, okay? So this is the Entrepreneur Life series. This is perfect if you're in business, if you've just started a business, if you're considering starting a business. Maybe you're looking at different types of businesses like an online business or network marketing, which I'm a huge fan of network marketing, as most people know. That was my main business for many, many years. That's what got me into the business world, was network marketing. So I want to talk a little bit about that as well, some of the benefits of that. So this 30 days I'm very excited about, okay? This is really just about adding value to you guys in terms of the entrepreneur, because there's a lot of bullshit out there, and I'm trying to give you something real, okay, for the next 30 days. Just my experience. I went out on my own working for myself in 2010, which is a long ass time ago, okay? So 2008, 2009, I was working on the cruise ships. I was a personal trainer. I was teaching seminars. We had 4,000 guests every week. I was teaching health and wellness, but ultimately it was a sales job, okay? I had targets every week. I had targets $15,000, $16,000 I had to sell on 7 and 10 day cruises. And the problem was people were only on the ship 2 or 3 days. Every other day they were off the ship. So I was trying to sell, $10, $12, $15,000 worth of products in a week, in less than a week, okay? Like ultimately in 2 or 3 days. And I did. And I was one of the top sales guys out of 147 ships. And that was really, I think, just organically being able to communicate. And that's why my online course, if you haven't checked that out, you got to check out my online course. It's at a steal right now. And it's all about communication with yourself first and then with the world. But the ability to communicate and influence is so powerful in business. And that's something I had from a young age. It's something I had growing up, in Ireland, and we call it banter and talking shit. That's what we're very good at in Ireland. And I was good at that. I had an older brother and he was a master. So I learned from him on how to speak and how to be quick. And I think that served me well. And over the years, I've sharpened those tools and sharpened that wit, and then learned a lot of different skills and philosophies and a mindset as well. So we will cover that over the next 30 days. But today, I suppose the first day of this Entrepreneur Life series, I want to answer what is the word entrepreneur to me. And I have a very simple kind of explanation, or a very simple way of, a very simple philosophy in terms of entrepreneurship, okay? To me, and this is just my opinion, you might have a different version, probably in the dictionary it's a different version, but to me, entrepreneur means taking responsibility, okay? Being totally, completely responsible for your actions, your behavior, your success. And that's why I always say the entrepreneur life is not just about business, it's a mentality for all aspects of your life. To me, the word entrepreneur means responsibility. I think when you're on the employee path, a lot of the responsibility is tied with the owner, okay, with the boss, with the manager, with everything else. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to have responsibility for yourself. Everything falls back on you. This is why a lot of people don't do it, because they're not, many people want to, but they've been trained, they've been conditioned to be in the employee program, where as long as you're in the job, you're going to get paid at the end of the week or at the end of the month. Whereas in the entrepreneur world, when you're an entrepreneur, trust me, you have weeks and months where it's nothing. You might make nothing, okay? And you might have months of huge growth, and then you might have months of decline. And that's why you have to take responsibility. And you can look left and right, up and down. It doesn't matter. It's all facing you in the mirror every single day. So to me, the word entrepreneur means taking responsibility. It's about really making a choice that, you know, it's all on you. You're going to invest all of yourself, and you have to invest time, energy, money to make yourself, you know, resourceful enough and resilient enough to be successful as an entrepreneur. Okay, again, the employee, the company pays for a lot of the training. And that's what's interesting. You know, people who work in companies, they have to go to these annual trainings and continuous professional development. And then people are wondering, you know, in entrepreneur, when they're not investing in themselves, they don't have a coach or a mentor, they're not taking courses or going to events, and they're wondering why they're stagnating. You have to be constantly developing yourself and, you know, renovating yourself, renewing yourself constantly, and upgrading your skill set, your mindset, your philosophies to be a successful entrepreneur, because the only constant as an entrepreneur is change. The only thing that's consistent is the fact that change can come at any second. And you have to be very courageous to be an entrepreneur, I believe, because, you know, if you are an entrepreneur and you're watching this either live or you're watching the replay, if you're watching it live, just write live in the comments. If you're watching replay, write replay. And if this is your first time hearing from me, just put the number 1 in the comments so I know if this is your first time or not, and welcome if it is. I've lost my train of thought there completely. But what I was saying is, in terms of the word entrepreneur, it's being, no matter what happens, that you are taking the control. You are taking the decision that everything falls back on you. And that's why you have to have courage. That's why you need so much courage, because, you know, at the end of the day, you wake up every morning. Some days you don't feel like doing it. You've no boss. Like in a company, they are controlling everything. They are controlling the environment. They are paying you no matter what. They are providing the training. They are providing the systems. They are providing the fallback. They're to blame. And it's very easy to play that blame game. But as an entrepreneur, you have to look in the mirror and you have to play the blame game with yourself. You are completely responsible. And I think a lot of people are afraid to do that, to take that step, because they maybe don't have the courage. And the reason they don't have the courage, very simple solution. They haven't given themselves enough reasons to find the courage. Because once you give yourself enough reasons to find the courage, you will. When you have enough reasons to stay, you will stay. Too many people give up too easy because they don't have strong enough reasons. They don't have their why, okay? And typically a strong, compelling, emotional reason is really normally about other people. When it's about yourself, that's one thing, but when it's about helping family, parents, your partner, your kids, that makes your reasons even stronger. And the best entrepreneurs are the ones that take responsibility. They take the most responsibility, and they take the responsibility the fastest. They take it immediately. And that's the secret. The sooner you take responsibility for your life, the sooner you take complete responsibility for your business, you are more likely to succeed as an entrepreneur. Okay, that's all it is, taking responsibility, not passing the buck to somebody else, not waiting for somebody else to come in and rescue you. It's about you taking control of your life, of your destiny, of what you do every day, of your personal development. And like I said, the employee road, it's like a cycle. It's safe. You know, of course, if you're not performing, you might get let go. But it's safe, and you're going to get paid every week. Everything is taken care of, your insurance and your tax and everything like that. Whereas an entrepreneur, you are responsible. And I think the rewards, that the falls are less, but the rewards are higher. And I think if more people tasted those rewards of an entrepreneur, they'd never go back to being an employee. Some people are very happy as an employee, they're happy in that world. And my motto always is, if you're happy, you're winning. If you're happy, you're winning. I don't care what job you're in. If you're happy, you're winning. My mission is to facilitate people finding happiness, to realign with who they are. It doesn't matter what job or business you're in, if you're happy. But there's a good chance if you're watching my videos regularly, there's a good chance if you're checking out content like mine online and doing courses and investing in yourself, you want more. And I think if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not going forwards, you're going backwards. So you have to keep evolving, because the world is changing, you're changing all the time. And I think that's what successful entrepreneurs do. They just take responsibility, they take control, they own it, they own everything. And that's some tough conversations with yourself as an entrepreneur. So if you are an entrepreneur and you've been one for a while or you've just started, give yourself a tap on the back. Do it. Give yourself a tap on the back. Give yourself a high five, because you deserve it. Because as an entrepreneur, there's no one really there to do that for you. You have to do it yourself. And you can't depend on somebody else to do it. You got to do it yourself. Again, companies, they'll cheer you on, they'll celebrate you, but as an entrepreneur, you're taking responsibility for yourself. You're dependent on yourself. And when you become that resilient and that resourceful, you really have a power that very few people have, that you don't need anybody, that your world can be turned upside down, which it often is in business for yourself, and you have to flip it back. You have to get back on track. When the wheels fall off, it's up to you. And yes, that's what some people are watching, like, why would I be an entrepreneur? That sounds terrible. But remember, yes, the lows can be lower, but the highs are higher. The rewards are greater. And when you do difficult shit, okay, when you do challenging stuff, your brain feels proud. Your heart emanates with love because you're feeling grateful. You've overcome a challenge, okay? Your body feels a sense of joy from the inside out because you've overcome, you've had to dig deep inside you and you've grown. It's like an onion peeling back layers. Every time you overcome a challenge, you're taking off a layer. And I think once you take off those layers, you actually shine brighter. And I think the people who run away from challenges, they keep those layers on and they're not as bright and as open as people who do face challenges. And that's why I always recommend the entrepreneur path, because even if it's a side hustle, even if it's a side gig, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because you're taking responsibility. You're doing you. So that's my message today. That's the first video for the entrepreneur life. And again, I'm so happy to deliver this training as content. And my intention is just to give you value, just to give you my experience. As I said, I'm on my own as an entrepreneur since 2010. And I've gathered a lot of experience traveling the world. I just want to give that to you guys. And I hope you take notes. And maybe you might have heard some stuff before, but you might hear it in a different way this time. Or you might hear it just phrased differently and it can mean something. Or you're at a different time, it resonates with you. So take action on it. Every video, take some action afterwards. Take a step in the direction. That's my message today. I'm so happy to be back for this next 30-day Design Your Life series. I would love to be live at the same time every day, but I'm a little bit inconsistent with that. That is something I'm working on myself. I will try to be more consistent. I'm trying to do some morning videos and I'm trying to do some evening videos because I'm doing so much. I have coaching calls in Europe and in Dubai, and the time zones are all over the place, and that makes it difficult for me to, sometimes to be consistent with the timing. But I will do my best to try and pick 2 times maybe and be live either or of those times. And so that's it for today, guys. This is the Entrepreneur Life 30-day series, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.